and thanks for MFIRD for organizing this webinar. These are all a series of knowledge sharing, and I really appreciate for putting these webinars. And I also appreciate each one of you joining this webinar on a weekend. This is a completely informal and interactive. You can put your questions in the chat. The purpose of the webinar is just to exchange the thoughts and the opportunities, and as a professional, how you can grow. I strongly feel each one of you have knowledge and skills, and you have been doing projects and programs. So having a vast experience managing global projects, products, entrepreneurship, and as a consultant, right from engineers to the CEOs. The whole idea here is to spend some time, interact with you, and demystify the things. I'm sure most of you know PMI. I'm sure most of you know PMP. I'm sure most of you might be knowing program management. So my job here today is just to share the knowledge that I have acquired working with these global Fortune 100 companies and being a part of mega projects and programs. So that's the purpose of this webinar. And today we will focus on program management. So if you have any questions, please share. And as I said, it is a completely informal and interactive. So how we accelerate your career advancement, boost the earning potential, there is a disruption happening. And how does this PgMP certification helps you? I have invested my more than 25 years dedicated to project management institute, related projects and programs, consulting in particular, and in general, I am well versed with all the methodologies. So what I suggest is you can ask any question, but definitely the focus is on the program management and PGMP certification. Apart from that, you're most welcome. You can find me on the LinkedIn, and you're free to contact me at any time, and what best I can do, I'll be there for you. So we are a team of professionals and have been leading AGS, of course, a part of many other organizations. So we are into training, mentoring, coaching, consulting, project management, business analysis, sustainability, waste to energy. I also do consulting on waste to energy, which is a very upcoming. You might be knowing that today we can produce energy through any waste, let it be solid waste or waste from any animal. And this is being converted into CNG gas, electricity, urea, and now latest, we are moving into hydrogen. Then we have clear water. So it's just growing and growing and growing. And also on the robotics, drones, technology, and AI. So later, anyone wants to be connected with us as a freelancer in consulting, training, or any of these things, what we can do, I would be glad to do. So I have trained and mentored more than 30,000 people in every country in the world and in every domain and industry. So hence I encourage you, if you have any questions, do ask me and I'll be glad to share the best what I have. How many of you know Project Management Institute? Please put in the chat, yes, no. May I know how many of you know Project Management Institute? Great. Yes, I'm sure, as I said, all of you might be knowing it. I would like to show you a small video about that for those who are not aware about PMI. Project Management Institute, 5 years, 5 engineers from NASA, they came out in 1960s and they wanted to propagate the best knowledge and wisdom that they have. And they have more than 50 years of experience now, global number one, and dedicated to the discipline of project management. And those who have not visited the site PMI.org, you have to visit. There is a immense information, and every day website is growing.
A growing movement is underway, led by a community that inspires action.
Through the work I do in project management and as a project leader, my purpose is really to give back and to be of service to others.
If the PMI were not in existence, they didn't have that repository of information and that support network, I don't think I would have been as successful in the projects that I have been in charge of.
A community getting things done to ensure project success.
For me, it's the focus on our UN sustainability goals. So if we could save one life, then that project is well worth doing.
Global warming is affecting different communities around the world. So apply the knowledge that you have to reduce the effects and to reduce the impact that we are making on our planet.
I really want to make the world a better place. I really want to use my skills and talents to make people's lives better.
Driven by the desire to transform and contribute to a better world.
What we call in PMI the power skills. Leadership, negotiation, motivation, communication, and very importantly, the emotional intelligence that you need to have in order to lead others.
Empowered by lifelong learning and continuous skill development.
I'm able to stay on top of what's the latest, where the industry is going, and apply those resources and skills and knowledge to my current role.
And professional certification that establish the gold standard.
We didn't do magic. All we did was the same project management principles.
Millions of actions every day, working to deliver project success. The world needs projects to succeed, and success starts with us.
I love working with people. I love seeing them grow and become versions of themselves. Probably the best compliment I ever got was, I had a job, I worked with you, and now I have a career.
We are the Project Management Institute. We maximize project success to elevate our world.
So I encourage all of you to visit PMI website. It's becoming a galaxy. A lot of people are lost the way they are enhancing the knowledge and digital transformation of all the standards that they have. So anyone who becomes a PMI member, there is an immense wealth of knowledge. And I feel I have not seen any platform where with a click of a keyword, you'll get videos, audios, question and answers, case studies, white paper, and with references. Now, program management, how does it help? Of course, there are a lot of certifications in the world, and as you know, it's the big business. The first thing is, you all are aware about projects, but as you grow in your career, anyone who has 8 years of experience, they are definitely managing multiple projects. So this certification focus on managing multiple projects. And when you think about this, you'll see that there is an opportunity. I'm sure all of you might be managing the multiple projects. So it validates your experience and knowledge that you're an expert, and PMI has certified and validated that you are an expert in managing multiple projects. PMP project management is dedicated to manage a single project. But here, you are managing multiple projects. And the benefits that you as a program manager that achieve will always be aligned with the organizational strategy, which takes the organization to the top. And it also opens up a career leadership. There are millions of project managers in the world. And as we go the higher in the career progression, there will be less people. So if someone is planning to move into the leadership, C-level executives, those not from the core management, but this takes even people with PhDs from IIM, IIT, Harvard, Oxford, they go for this certification because it validates real time. As on today, you have the world's best knowledge and skills to manage the multiple projects. And of course, there is a higher salary prospect. And there is a research that you can see on the PMI website. I've seen last 15, 20 years, whoever I have mentored and coached and have got certification in the first attempt, I have seen their whole life change. I still remember a person was just a customer support manager. The moment he got this certification, he was headhunted. And even today, if you get this certification, you will be headhunted because PMP are millions of people. I'll show you the statistics. There are very few in thousands in program management. It builds multiple project oversight. You'll have a holistic project view, program view, and how these projects are interrelated and how it gives benefit to the organization. Of course, stakeholder management is an amazing thing. PMI did a global survey and asked professionals like you, when do you think a project is complex? This study is there on the PMI website. You can see. You'll be surprised. They gave some 15 options, technology, scope, constraints, and all that. You'll be surprised 51% of adults, they said it becomes complex when they have multiple stakeholders. Your success of the project depends on that. And from then, with this study, they came up with a standard called navigating through complexity in project, program, and portfolio. This is a challenge which everyone is facing today, stakeholder engagement. And of course, you'll be able to see from the organizational perspective and how it has an impact by successfully completing the programs. And you can connect with the global community from your own domain, industry, culture, country, whatever you say, there are so many support groups which you can do. And apart from that, you will also understand how to establish governance. I remember I did a mentoring session where the lady was heading the governance. That was a new role for her. She flew from Europe just to spend 2 days with me on understanding how to roll out the governance for such a big organization. So those who are professionally, have that inquisitiveness and to be acquiring the best practices globally, these are the things that you can achieve. These are few statistics, and I'm sure you'll be surprised. See the numbers. And as I said, you will be headhunted. PMP, everyone in the world knows it. Many project managers also don't know about the PgMP certification. And it was there last 15, 20 years, and I have been mentoring all those years. And as I said, India stands second in number of PGMP. So now anyone who is having 8 years of experience, you can see if you want to move over into the leadership role, what opportunities you have. Saudi Arabia, Middle East, if you want, UAE, all these places where a lot of people find to move. These are the statistics. And what are the areas that require program managers? And again, you have IT, software development, finance, insurance, cybersecurity, healthcare, construction, you name it. Every uh, industry has this, oil and gas, even consulting, program management, the demand and the references are also here. So as we go through this program, Uzair, can you just keep on sending the form? Kindly fill the form. We want to take your email ID, phone number, and name, and we will email you this presentation for your reference. So these are the industries. If you want to get an idea, where can I find an opportunity? This is this. And another simple test, always I tell, is there really job demand and all those things? Or if you want to know how many people have got this certification, my simple, I call it litmus test, go to Google, give your role, number of years of experience, and put PGMP certification. You get PGMP certified professionals from all walk of life. You'll be surprised. Go to LinkedIn, just put PGMP, everyone, including CEOs. That is, I've got hundreds of CEOs who are PGMP certified, hundreds of professors who are PGMP certified. So these are the industries, and I'm sure these roles, what you see at right side, typical PGM roles, you might have come across in both government, non-government, not-for-profit organizations, program management manager, now digital transformations, program manager is a must. And in some projects globally, it is mandatory that those uh, programs have to be led by a certified PGM. So these are all the various roles. Okay. These are the few statistics. Global demand for PGMP, it is rapidly increasing. And this is the PMI study, estimated 87.7 million professionals, out of which most of them have to be led by the program managers. And these are the countries where, and let me also tell you one thing, someone who is trying to immigrate to, I should not say US first, you know, from the project management perspective, global conflicts are there, and you have to be strategically changing your strategies also. If you want to move to US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, UK, any part of the world, the PMP or PMI certification, any PMI certification carries some credit, and it helps the people who are going to immigrate. And once you're on the PR or immigration, even this helps you a lot in getting the jobs easily. So programs are very complex and it needs special skills, and you'll be surprised. Program management standard, third version, it specifically said the one skill that is required for a program manager is political skill. This word political skill has different meanings in different contexts, different cultures, different industries. For example, lobbying is a great career. in US and in Western countries. Sitting in the Eastern countries, it's taken as a completely different perspective. So the political skills from the context of program project management and PMI definition is how the things are happening around you and how you influence and see the unseen power and get the people to help you, engage with you to successfully deliver the programs. So it's an amazing, you come across hundreds and thousands of terminologies, concepts, which you are already involved when you're working with your team members, either with the PMO or portfolio managers. So these are the things that you're going to learn. There is a standard for program management. There is a standard for portfolio management. There is a standard for organizational project management. And even there is a specific PMI framework called Project Manager Competency Development Framework. So when you become a PMI member, you have more than 20 standards that you can download free of cost. And by the way, PMI also has AI tool, their own AI tool called PI Infinity tool that you can use in your day-to-day work. So this is something about your career, what is the demand and what is the role that you have. And of course, the benefit of having a course is it opens up door. You will be thinking professionally in a completely different way from the leadership perspective, handling mega projects, mega transformation, mega development, and you know the way the projects are being managed through traditional, agile, and hybrid, all in this context, in these scenarios, how we can manage the program. So we conduct 32
السلام
hours.
عليكم
By
ورحمة
the
الله.
way, there is no prerequisite. By the way, there is no prerequisite for this PgMP certification. For example, if you want to take any certification of PMI, there is a prerequisite. For example, PMP 35 contact hours, PBA 35 contact hours, RMP 30 hours, ACP now they have changed from 23 to 28 hours. But for program management, there is no prerequisite. However, a mentor or you have to go through the training program to conceptualize and understand how this works. So all our programs are interactive and our purpose is you become a great professional. What you learn, you apply on the real time and share a lot of tips and tricks how to pass the exam in the first attempt. By the way, you all are lucky. 15 years back, PMI had something called multi-rated assessment. They used to send 72 questions to 12 of your stakeholders to do this survey on your personality and on your way of working as a program manager. Though you pass the exam, you have to pass MRA. If they don't find that survey that you are a real program manager, they used to fail. Though you have passed the exam, and another $800 you have to pay. So it was so tough. That is the reason you don't see people, so many people taking to it. But recently they have removed that multi-rated assessment and now they have just put, come take the test. So this is the best time that you all can think. So you'll be understanding what is strategic program alignment and program life cycle, what is benefit management, stakeholder engagement, and governance. Even those of you who are project managers today, none of the sponsor is interested in we completing the project as per schedule, time, cost, and scope. They are saying this is your job. We have hired you for this. Show us the benefit. All the top 100 Fortune companies, where I give a webinar on what's happening as on today in the project management. All of them have already launched a benefit maturity model in their companies. There is a standard on this also. They are just asking, show us the benefit, otherwise stop the project or a program. So these are the things, real time experiences, your experiences, everything will be discussed. And it's a 4 hours exam, 170 multiple choice questions, a big scenario questions, complex questions should be there. And of course, these also psychometric questions. So what I strongly suggest is forget about certification. Whenever we say certification, oh, it's too much costly. But when you start earning, that's nothing but peanuts. Even if you don't go for certification, acquire knowledge. Today, knowledge workers, knowledge is power. Every organization is looking for people who have knowledge and followed by the certification. So what I always suggest is forget certification, first grab the knowledge, get to know what is happening in the world. So as a special case for only those who have attended this webinar, the course is 24,000, but we want to give it at 15,000. Till you pass, till you get certified in the exam. It will be a mentoring program. Second thing, those who want to go for the certification, you can plan now. First, grab the knowledge at 15,000, immediately become a PMI member by paying 10,000 Indian rupees. If you are a member, when you want to go to the exam, the fees is 48,000. Without membership, the fees will be 60,000. So it is always good. You will have access for membership for 1 year and all the standards you can download. You can download the material. You have a lot of things that you can get. So these are our contact details, and we have also shared the registration form. If you join, if you don't join, it's immaterial. You can fill up the form and so that we'll send you this presentation. And if you have any queries, we'll be glad to support you. So thanks a lot once again. This is what I wanted to share and spend more time on question and answers. So any question, please?
Assalamu alaikum, Aafaq bhai. This is Mujib here.
Yes, Mujib.
I got like connected with one of that sub consulting Edu Hub, something like that. So they
Yes,
were
yes, I know.
they were kind of saying some they will conduct some bootstraps training sessions because that is for the PMP. I was looking for PMP. In fact, like I was not aware that you do also do that to provide this consulting. Good that I came across your. But what is that? Whatever the
Thank you.
format they are doing, is it the similar formats? You have some live sessions and all, or how is it? Like guide mentors also they
See,
will provide.
yes. See, let me tell you, what I do is unique. You will never find anything in the world. Because the reason is, as I said, I'm a consultant for many mega projects. I work with the people to get investment to their projects of millions of dollars. My passion is to run this for a passion. So other companies, what they want a badge, they want so many people so that they hire the trainer, they get ROI and all that. So my model, if you talk about PMP, I say you just pay us, join the mentorship, and every month we have classes. You pick and choose and you take the things. Because my goal is to support you getting certified in the way what you want. Having spent 25 years with the pet, everyone has a challenge, and let me tell you, the biggest challenge, biggest worry for me is you all will not have time. It's very 80% of them, they don't have time to sit and work. So for unique programs, again, if someone is interested, I immediately start because I cannot wait for 10 people to come see my ROI. So we package in a way where we can facilitate and help you and get to the goal. PMP, yes, we have regular, we have corporates and other people who send to me, and I run the batch every month, 2 batches. But for PBA, many people from earlier program, they have signed up, and I'm individually mentoring them at a cost you cannot imagine and you will never get in the world. So coming to PGMP, if you have some group, I will be glad to roll out, or otherwise we can work out how we can go one-on-one. For example, I knew Ericsson, they got in touch with their friends. They wanted to come in a group. They came 10 people in a group. For example, Walmart, I mentored 100 people. Last December, PGMP program, Qatar, all ministries have. So my job here is to capacity building and how I can be a coach and mentor to realize your goal. And I say, I have all capabilities. Apart from that, I have global delivery centers. You name any person, the top person in the world on any industry domain, I can get connected and I am connected with them on some projects or other. So the choice is yours. You have so many things.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. For without PMP, we can directly go for PGMP as well.
Yes, anyone who is having 8 years of experience, I am discouraging outrightly. Why? Because I had one person, he joined PMP. He was working in Wipro for 15 years of experience. He did PMP because that is the base. Ultimately, you are going to manage them, right? So after completing the PMP, immediately next day, he said, I'm not going to write the exam. Now start mentoring me for the program management. His logic was, why should I invest $550 for PMP, then again another $1,000 for PGM? So he became a PGMP and he enjoyed the same thing. At the same time, I have another person from Ericsson. He, at that time, I'm talking about 15 years back, 15 or 18 years back, he had all the certification. At that time, there were only 8 or 9 certifications in the world. He got PGMP certified through me. After that, he went to CAPM, which no experience is required. I said, what is that you're doing? He said, I'm passionate. And if I get this, I'll be the 8th person in the world who has got all the PMI certification. So it's purely you have to think what you want, and all these certificates are independent. You can pick and choose. So to go to the PGMP, there is no prerequisite. There is no prerequisite for training. There is no prerequisite that you have to be PMP and the PMP. But those who undergo project management, that 4-day session, then they will have a bigger chance and they will understand. But as I said, there are thousands of people. If you are confident and if you study on your own on the concept of project management and all those things, you can directly prepare for PGMP, and that will be telling courses and guidance how you have to do, and the support will be there till you get certified.
This the support and all would be available in IST Indian Standard Time, or you have any office in India somewhere, sir?
We have an office, delivery centers and all that, but for the unique, when you talk about support, the best support, what we encourage is through email, because it will be tracked. We can share some resources and all that. However, WhatsApp also we can do. As I said, it is completely informal. We don't have any structured where, these things. So I oversee all these things myself. So why we encourage, and this is not new, this name may be new. 15 years back also, I was a partner of PMI. I know whole things. And then I moved to Middle East, then again back, and I'm traveling globally. We have a lot of delivery centers, projects, programs running around. So Ghani bhai has asked, is there any prerequisite? No, no PMP required. Only prerequisite is 8 years experience. And by the way, let me demystify something. I'm talking a general philosophy of PMI. And my definition of project is work. It's very simple. My definition of project is work. And we all do work. The moment you think a project is a work, your whole stress, worry about project management is relieved. Project management is not a rocket science. It's just some way of working. So even if you want to go to program manager, PMI doesn't look at your role, not role, your designation, your job title. Absolutely no. Have you done something that relates that it is a program? And the definition of a program is it has projects under it, multiple projects, but they have to be related. For example, you're setting up a data center. You have hardware as a project, software as a project, networking as a project. So how we group these three projects to deliver benefit to the organization? I hope that answers your question, Anima. Let me show you a case study and look at this case study from the program manager perspective. Imagine yourself that you are a program manager, and imagine yourself that you are heading this program. Then you will understand what is the job of a program manager, how he or she has to manage multiple projects under it, and how critical it is. Even the company can become bankrupt if they don't successfully deliver this program.
Embraer has long been a leader in the regional jet market, but in 2010, the competition was closing in. Newer, more fuel-efficient engines were threatening to unseat the Brazilian aircraft manufacturer's top-selling E-jets. To protect its profit center, Embraer needed to roll out a new generation of airplanes, and fast.
So we're going to replace our cash cow. So it needed to be ready on time, because imagine that we delayed 1 year. Nobody would want the previous generation, and for a year we would not have like 50% of our revenue. So it would be a huge impact.
The $1.7 billion E2 plan called for 3 airplane models that would offer more than just fuel efficiency. By asking customers what they really wanted, Embraer identified more than 18,000 requirements that would define the new E2 jets. But above all, customers needed a product that would be as mature as their existing airplanes on day one.
Meeting the schedule with a bad airplane has no value. So it's really meeting all the requirements.
To move quickly without risking quality or cost overruns, the team focused on testing while taking an agile approach to problem solving.
It's almost like we could speak several different languages and use the right language to the right audience. And that helped tackle and manage the project as we went.
Throughout the project, Embraer worked with a massive global supply chain to identify ways to work faster and more efficiently. And this approach produced world-class results. For its first flight in 2016, the E2 broke world records for speed and altitude.
For the end customers, the message that we gave when we did the first flight as we did and broke all the records, was that we were developing a mature product and that they could be confident that the entry into service, they would have an airplane that would succeed the current family and perform as good as the current airplanes.
The project team delivered the first airplane 2 months ahead of its aggressive schedule while staying under budget. The E-2 jet family
So let me take you through the PMI website. And I'm also sharing the link where you can find all the details about the certification that I'm mentioning. I'm sharing the link into it. So this is the link where you can find everything, and this is the difference. So I suggest you become a member as soon as possible. And regarding membership, you'll see all the advantages that you get to the membership. So coming back to this link, what you're seeing about the program management, it talks everything about, and see this 2022 Pulse of Profession report says that 71% of the organizations are moving to meet the goals. How? Through program certification. This is the demand. And I recommend those who are interested, I'm putting this link also, download this document. This is the syllabus for you. Let me quickly also tell how this is structured. The philosophy of PMI is they do 4-5 years of study globally, understanding how the program manager works, how are the programs, how are they successful, how they are doing something new. And from that study, which we call as a, by the way, this is the latest one, we call it as a role delineation study, the role of a program manager. Then they relate it with the standards. They relate with the psychometric standards. They relate with certification standards, and they come up with the examination content outline. So the examination content outline has 5 domains now. You will be tested in these 5 domains. This is what is project program management. And these domains are very much like a special knowledge area. And in each domain, you as a program manager, this is the tasks that you do. In strategic program alignment, you as a program manager will establish a high-level roadmap. Then, for you to be a successful program manager and to work in this domain, you need to know these skills and knowledge: business strategy, economic forecasting, intellectual property laws and guidance. Like our brother Syed said, Be careful if you're showing any videos. Why? Because this is very important. You need to know legal, regulatory, portfolio management, public relationship, strategic analysis, system implementation. And then comes the program life cycle. Then what are the skills that you require to manage a program life cycle? You need to know benchmarking, how to close the plan, and you see logistic management, program initiation, procurement. Many of these things, strategic planning and analysis, team competency assessment. So like that, for every domain you have knowledge. This is what you are going to study. And your exam is based on this document. This is like a syllabus for you. So you can download and you can have a look at it. I hope that gives you some idea about what the program management is and how you'll be tested. Any other questions? Now, let me quickly show you what is a PMI membership and what is the worth of it.
Being a PMI member has impacted my career by opening opportunities for training and networking and helping me fill in some of the gaps I had in my knowledge base.
Well, I joined PMI because I could get a discount on my PMP exam, and then I realized there was just so much more.
The opportunity to connect with such a large global community of people who do work like I do.
The younger you are, the more beneficial it's going to be. It takes time to grow into that role and become an expert in that field.
One of the things that I use a lot is the projectmanagement.com. Maybe I'm in a very specialized situation that may not be in any of the standard books, but I want to hear from the community.
My PMI membership has allowed me to rethink how I do business every day and be a better leader overall.
No one is quite as connected as PMI is. You see thousands and thousands of people coming together, engaging with one another, and I haven't seen anything else like that.
There's a lot to it, and I'll quickly just tell you, you can go into this. Everything relating to certifications you'll find from here. Learning you'll find from here. And this is what I was talking about, PMI Standard Plus, where with one keyword you'll get everything. Brightline, the PMI acquired, and they are into consulting, PMOs, sustainability, AI, the resources. This is what I was mentioning about PMI Infinity AI tool. I do trainings and mentoring on AI, how to be rolled out, project management and business analysis. So you can try out. I see that they are giving 30 days membership free trial. Enjoy it. And this is about the PMI Infinity. You can have a look at it. As I said, just want this session to be very interactive. So I'll take up more questions, please. Any other question?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa Islam.
Sir, I am Ahmad Hassan, senior citizen. But by profession, I was medical biochemist. So how I can get benefit from this program?
You will be immensely. Without you, can the world would have thought or visualized the PMI, the COVID vaccine? Look at the case study of the vaccine that was created. I work with a lot of healthcare globally. 100 countries, 24/7, they worked, and the vaccine, which takes usually 3 years, got in 1 year to save humanity. How did it work? Because everyone was talking the same language of project program management. everyone understands the terminology and why PMI has made 35 hours mandatory. It is as if you're learning a global language. If I say kickoff, all 15 people have a different definition of kickoff. And imagine if all of are having the same vocabulary. It is like you're learning the world's best practices, and it's up to you how you want to use it. So healthcare industry, it's very much used, especially in India, public health department. I think Ph.D. There's a one group whom I'm mentoring. A lot of people have joined. Even those guys who are in the pure government role, they are asking for PMP and these certifications. And I have a lot of connects who are working in United Nations programs and projects and healthcare, where definitely your role will add. See, your expertise is the core thing, right? Today, we are talking about T-type skills. Your expertise, your core thing remains there. But managing the work, as I said, project is a work. How best to manage the work, how to save time, how to, if you talk about program management, how I can derive benefit. Those are the things that you're going to learn. Just quickly put a job search, you will get with your profession, with your qualification, and you may also find PGMP. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. And also, you can go to the LinkedIn and you will get so many of you. You are from AMP, right? It shows AMP.
Yeah, no, actually it was, but I am from Aligarh, India.
Okay.
I
Because
I am very,
yeah.
and I am also chapter member here, Aligarh, and my responsibility they given is the Ulama Connect. But I am as a hobby, I am a career counselor, and I always talk about the Arabic neglected noble divine language needs attention of the seniors and juniors.
Wonderful. Great. Nice to have you all. And let me also tell, I am also associated with global NGOs. And again, in any walk of life, any social walk of life, if anyone is interested, I can definitely help you in your projects, or I always have so many projects to be rolled out.
Inshallah,
So
sir,
thank you very much.
I will talk you, sir. Thank you
Sure.
very much.
Thank you very much. So it was wonderful having you, and I'm sure I see some names. I might have been connected through LinkedIn or something, and get us connected and see how best what we can do, because we have knowledge, we have everything now. We have to take it further, hand over, and see what best we can do with our expertise. So if no questions, any other questions, please? And this recording, someone has asked for recording, and the recording link is also there in the message, and it is very much available. Thank you very much once again, MFIRD, for organizing this. It's a wonderful time I had with you all. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Yeah, Ahmed, as I said, the definition of politics is very different from the project management perspective. And it is also different from the West and the East. Of course, these things, as you put, office politics today, even in the project management, they say there is a skill. If you see the examination content outline, political and cultural skills or political and cultural awareness is a skill that you and I have to have it. And everyone is unique, like a project, everyone is unique. So that's how we have to aim. Even if we don't have that skill, we have to be aware. So that's how they say it's all personality. And he says that everyone should have political and cultural awareness.